tried to hit start streaming and then it said invalid path or connection or something like that, but whatever. Hit the button again and it worked, so hopefully this gets recorded. Is my image okay? Yeah. I don't know what that weird... I don't know. A lot of technical weird quirks, but I think it's fine. Someone let me know if there's an issue as we go on. So anyway, hello everybody. We are going to be playing Alan Wu's Death and Taxes list from the Pro Tour, for those of you that did not watch or did not partake in the Pro Tour at all. Death and Taxes won the Pro Tour as part, I guess, their team won the Pro Tour, and the Legacy leg helped in that effort. So we're going to be trying out Alan Wu's list. Card for card, 75 out of 75. Even though I may not personally agree with a lot of the decisions, like the PT is a very odd meta. People were gunning for certain things. Like 4 Friction Revokers is unheard of in the past since Deathrite Shaman was like the meta. People stopped playing 4 Revoker. I've never personally been a fan of Palace Jailer. There's stuff like Walking Ballista in the sideboard. Fairy Macabre over Surgical Extraction. 3 Rest in Peace. There's a lot of like weird things, but whatever. We're not playing it because I think it's like the list that I would want to be playing if I were going to a tournament tomorrow, but we're playing it because, you know, it won the PT. It's hype. We're going to play a sweet list. Although the online meta has probably started adapting. I think someone posted in the Death and Taxes Discord that like Bob Huang said Death and Taxes was like the best deck or something like that. Where was it? Yeah, Bob Hong. As much as it pains me to say it, Death and Taxes is probably the best deck right now. So we'll probably be seeing a lot more hate cards in the future, getting massacred more Dread of Nights and stuff. So you might want to, like, tune decks towards that. Play some number of Sarah Avengers and that sort of thing. I don't think this deck is right going forward, but whatever. It's a Pro Tour win list. We'll play sweet decks. I also don't agree with, like, the Canopy and the Mishra's Factory, the 24 land. But, I mean, if you're playing 24 land and you're not playing Brightling, I think something like the Mishra's Factory or the Canopy is probably correct in that regard. But anyway. At least if Chyla shows up, we're finally playing a Pithing Needle. Let's go Competitive Legacy. Playing against Magic player with a bunch of numbers after it. Last time playing Grixis Control 1 day ago. Okay. So it's probably pretty good information to go on. Regardless if my opponent's playing Grixis or not, this is a pretty solid hand. No Vile, but we have, like, Plow, Thalia, Rocket or Wisp, and, like, mana to cast it all. We're a little weak to Wasteland, but at least we have 2 different white sources. We'll just top deck Vile, it'll be fine. Oh, Storm. Alright, well, we might be dead. Wait. What is this, like, Pox? Interesting. Well, this could be a little rough. We can, like, recruit Revoker, Revoke it, and hope they don't have other stuff going on. We have a plan. We can even Flicker Wisp to reset it if it gets out of hand. I guess... Oh, I was probably supposed to play Factory, honestly. I didn't even think about that. I've never played with Mishra's Factory in my deck, but that was almost certainly the line. Just, I could threaten the Lily with this Mishra's Factory. I don't want to get Fatal Push, though. That's relevant. What's up, Static? My day's going pretty well. How's it going for you? Oh, no, my opponent has a Mishra's Factory now. We have a Plow. Multiple Thalia is not great. So even if I had played the factory last turn, I couldn't have attacked here, because my opponent can just animate and block even if they don't have Fatal Push. But this following turn, I'll be able to at least attack Lily and hold up Plow for their... Oh, never mind. Dead. Hopefully they'll attack me. We're still on, like, the Flicker Wisp this, and then, like, Recruit for Revoker or something to answer it. I'm not a fan of this list. Yeah, I'm not, like, a big fan either, but, you know, it's the day after the PT. Okay, yeah, we're probably just dead now. My opponent is just poxing me to death. We'll float a white mana. Just in case they use the last mana here to animate this Mishra's Factory. There are a lot of, like, weird things going on with this list that I definitely don't necessarily agree with, but... Alright, so basically our only hope now is to top deck for Extreme Revoker, or else this Lily just holds. I do think we're probably pretty good in this matchup overall, though. It's tuned exclusively for the expected to face in the team. If I were gonna make changes to this deck, like, I would not play anything like close to this D&T list. Personally. That is, like, the main issue. With, like, I'll make a couple tweaks, but then I end up just changing a bunch of cards. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna die this Lily ult. Alright, so Pox. I feel like we want stuff like Council's Judgment, Pithing Needle. Alright, can't be Revoker number 4, just bad. Yeah, I mean, Revoker number 4 is not bad if you're expecting a lot of Sneak specifically. Like, I don't hate it. People were talking about it before. Am I playing like 2 now? I forget what my list is on. I'd consider 3. I guess that's fair. Revoker number 4 specifically is bad, but 3 might not be as bad. And I don't hate the Mishra's Factory and like non-Brightling versions. Although I have a general aversion to like Palace Jailer and stuff, but I think playing just like whatever, like a D&T list. I'm playing like 65 cards maybe that I would be playing normally, and that's good enough to go through a random MTGO league. We might as it's the day after the PT. Might as well ham it up a little bit. Anyway, do I even want Gideons? Like, am I ever getting to 4 mana? My opponent just like Wasteland Crucible Sinkhold me. I think I just want to lean into Aether Vial really hard. Cut like Jite. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of these choices as well. I don't think my opponent's on creatures. They'll probably be on like 1 Nether Spirit or something as traditional in Pox, or just 0 cards, or like 4 Bloodghasts. But again, we saw very close to nothing, so we can't make a lot of snap decisions. So, yeah, I'm not a big jailer person myself, but a lot of people. There were a lot of jailers at the PT. I think people were expecting a bunch of Eldrazi miracles and Sneak specifically. But watching the last game in the semifinals was why I hate Jailer. Although watching I forget which game it was. Watching a different game in the semifinals was why people love Jailer. It's just a very, very high ceiling, very low floor card. Do I want... Ballista's not very good. I'll bring in like 1 Gideon. I would like to play first. I would also like to try Aether Vial. I'll keep it anyway. Yeah, definitely. I mean, on the other hand, there are probably also games that, like, Jailer's gonna win that Brightling's never gonna win. Like, if you're facing down a giant Death Shadow, it's much harder to win. You can, like, fog it, but Palace Shadow can just eat it if they don't have another threat. Like, Dark Ret Last Hope me again. okay. Well, we have, like, Council Judgment and Stoneforge Mystic and stuff, so... Not terribly concerned. Oop, nope, don't want to cast that. I mean, I do, but I can't. Makes sense the winning decks would have Jailer, because if you're drawing... Yeah, that's fair. If like, all your draws are insane, then Palace Jailer's great. Alright. If we get Sinkhold, then we can put in this Barrow Skull, and if we don't get Sinkhold, we can Council's Judgment this. Oh, well, I guess that was the worst of both worlds, wasn't it? I'm going to sack Stoneforge, land, Batterskull, I think. Actually, do I even want Wisp? I have this Council Judgment. I just need to get 3-mana Council Judgment. I think I discard this Wisp. Yeah, if he's straight trash, it never deserves this one. I'm not telling you you're wrong. Alright. If we just get, like, Dark Ritual, Lily, double Sinkhold again, I don't think we can ever really beat that. Alright, well... Them's the breaks. We have... Alright, we have to have... need them to not have another land destruction spell. No sinkholes, no smallpox. Then we should be okay. Oh no. This is... Oh no, we got hymned! And they took our 3rd land and our Council Judgment? Man. Alright. I'm off it. I don't think there were, like, any meaningful decisions I made that entire match. Except for the one turn that I, like, turn 1, when I didn't play the Mishra's Factory, that didn't end up mattering. That was a meaningful decision. I think at no other points did I make any decisions that mattered. It turns out it's hard for Death and Taxes to beat turn 1 Dark Ritual Liliana the Last Hope. I don't think Pox is, like, that bad. If you play turn 1 Aether Vial, the matchup swings drastically in your favor. But I think if you don't play turn 1 Aether Vial, the matchup swings drastically not in your favor. Yeah, I think the Ballista's, like, I'd say, for the mirror, I guess, is where the Ballista shines, right? The tutor target in the mirror that's, like, really, really good. I mean, they're built to prey on decks that, like, are very light on mana. You Smallpox the Delver player, if they lose their Delver, they lose their land. They have, like, 17 lands in their deck. It's almost worse against Death and Taxes because we had, like, 4 lands that we played. My opponent just had a ton of sinkholes. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think that match was very indicative of the matchup overall, even if it may be, like, not, maybe, like, slightly underfavored or something. That matchup was not even close to what a typical Pox matchup, or Pox match goes like. Just, like, sometimes you get nut drawn and, like, none of your decisions actually matter. It's just usually in the combo matchups, not in the Pox matchup. Alright. God, this hand blows. I don't think I can keep this hand. This hand doesn't do anything, right? I go land, hope they have a creature to plow, and then land, and then port them, and then I can't even play Flicker Wisp on 3. Batterskull and Sword in the hand. And we're gonna ship this. We're on the draw with a Scry on a 6. think this hand also blows, but it's better. It's definitely better than the first hand. Easy. What on earth is happening? Pox into Mountain Black Vice deck. Empty out our hand, I guess. Good thing we mulligan against Black Vice Pyrostat. Is this just Burn playing Black Vice, then? I almost want to play this Aether Vial instead of this Thalia. Because then it lets me play Sword next turn, and I can just, like, Thalia plus Sword. Yeah, I actually do kind of like that. Wait, when does this deal damage to me? Number of cards in my hand -4. So I take 2 casting it. Go to 15, but then I take none from the Black Vise. Yeah, I don't hate that. It's gonna, like, Sulfuric Vortex me here. Oh, wow, nothing. Deal. Yeah, Val's I can play Sword. Although then we immediately do Stoneforge, so now I really want to Stoneforge more than I want to Thalia to get Jite or Batterskull online. My opponent just has 4 cards in hand and just didn't cast anything. I'm very confused about what they could have. Either way, we have to slam the sword before we violate anything. We need to decide what we do with the Thalia or Stoneforge. Yeah, we'll violent Thalia here. And then next turn, I assume this thing will, like, die to a Searing effect, and then next turn, just have both vials on 2, and I can, like, Thalia plus Stoneforge or something. Or I could even Stoneforge. Yeah, I guess Thalia plus Stoneforge and equip the Stoneforge with Sword of Fire and Ice to protect it, to, like, put in a Batterskull. Actually, no, I probably want Jite at this stage to gain me life. We'll see. If I hit the 4th land, I want Jite, I think. Take 1 to 3, respond by battling and something. I mean, that doesn't matter, right? Because I'll just take it to 3 next turn. Because I don't have to, like, violence something right now. I just leave both of them on 2. Well, I guess taking them to 3 and 2, this thing hasn't died yet. No, we'll leave them both on 2. I guess I make him have something? I'll equip the Thalia. Yeah, I assume they're gonna kill it. Ooh, a Searing effect. I can counter that. Because I can violence second Thalia in response. Do I cast this Mom? My opponent is at 18. I'm at 13. If I cast this Mom, I go down to 11, but then untapping with the Mom means that I can successfully protect anything. 11 with a Thalia in play is, like, pretty safe, but I don't get to gain life unless I draw the land for the Jite that I grab. Yeah, opponent kind of got there. Definitely should not have waited until my turn to do that. Get super punished by second Thalia. I think the difference between 13 and 11 is, like, pretty... I think untap. I don't think that the difference between 13 and 11 is, like, kind of high, though. Right? 13 and 11 is 5 burn spells versus 4. And my opponent only has 4 cards in hand. I think I can live without playing the Mom. I guess not necessarily in Legacy though, because opponent has what's it called in Legacy? Fire blasts that deal 4. All right, this thing's dead this time. Yeah, fire blast. I just thought of that. Yeah, they also would have got punished by Wisp there. So on the chance I'm not drawing the land, I think I'm just gonna grab Batter Skull here. I'm at 10. I'm at 10. My opponent's 4 cards in hand, which means my opponent needs to like bolt fire blast or something, or bolt fire blast kills me. But I don't think I can just bank on drawing the land to GT, because then I think I just have to grab Batter Skull and hope. So if I grab GT and then I don't draw the land, I'm forced to either equip the sword to protect my Stoneforge. I guess then I have to like 2 draws of the land, but then I have to cast the GT. The GT is the... Oh, no, yeah, because I can't even... I guess I could. If I draw the land now, I could cast and equip the GT. Yeah, I kind of like GT. I kind of like Batter... It's tough, because GT is only good if I draw the 4th land. Yeah, Batter Skull's safer. Batter Skull's way better if I get to untap. But my opponent's been on 4 cards for a while, but I can equip... I think I'm going to grab Batter Skull. Again, could be wrong. We did draw the 4th land. So now we can equip Stoneforge with sword, question mark? Actually, no, I probably won't leave this Wasteland untapped because I just played this no price for it. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I'd love to have the GT right now, but yeah. Maybe I'll leave the Wasteland untapped. I just kind of like I wanna don't want to expose myself to price of progress. Even dealing me 2 could be a big deal. But only having a ton of Searing Blood's main is like gunning for these fair decks, I guess. I guess Burn has accepted that they're never gonna win game 1 against... I guess they're like on Pyrostatic plus Eidolons to beat the combo decks. Yeah, no equip because I want to leave this Wasteland untapped and still put in this Batter Skull. I can waste itself. Wasteland can target itself, Zandro. I don't want to take the 2 damage from the price. Yeah, Wasteland does a really weird targeting thing where you don't pay the costs until you declare the targets. So you can declare the target on itself and then sack it, and then the ability fizzles because it can't hit anything. Realistically, I probably should not have played the Wasteland, but I wasn't thinking about it until I already played it. Opponent's really going in the tank here, I guess. I mean, we also went in the tank pretty hard, so. Eidolon, that seems loose. If that's their plan. They're planning, like, Fire Blast my Batter Skull after that? There comes a time in every D&T player's life where price of progress reads, your opponent sacrifices 4 lands. I've definitely been there. Just wasteland myself twice. Do they have the Fire Blast? If they do, I don't think I'd fire it off till combat, right? Because if I draw the 5th land, then they get, like, supremely punished. Alright, so let's equip to the Germ and see what happens. If they have Fire Blast, they have Fire. Alternatively, I could, like, play land, equip Batter Skull to Stoneforge. That No, well, yeah, because then if they bolted, the equip's countered, and I get to keep the germ, then they have to just swing? Don't even equip? Really? What am I doing post-combat, then? Like, what am I doing with my mana? Oh, unless you bounce and replace... Oh, that's actually pretty fair. Because if I connect, I just win the game anyway. I don't need the sword trigger. Or I don't need, like, the extra 2 life. That's... I see definitely what you're saying. Just attack, because if this manages to connect, I already win the game. So we're gonna play that. I can always wasteland the port if I need to. But yeah, this game becomes immediately over once the Battle Scroll connects. I don't think my opponent can even, like, cast enough burn spells to kill me, right? They're just, like, not able to. Even if they play land, double Fire Blast my face. I go to 6. Oh, no, they could. Barely. Yeah, they don't have no mana. I was talking about, like, a life person because they have, like, Eidolon plus Pyrostatic in play. I guess now I could have equipped because I have this Flicker Wisp to reset the Battle Skull, but this doesn't matter. This game's over. Now my opponent can only cast one more spell. Brightling. Brightling in Modern, what are the other things I'd kill people for? Containment Priest in Modern. What else would I forget what else I'd kill people for. They had it, yeah. I mean, they're all. I think the main plan was just like as soon as this Battle Scroll connected, the game was immediately over. Oh yeah, Stoneforge Unban was the other one. I think there was a fourth though, because I think today Containment Priest was the fourth one. I think there were 3 prior to that. Oh, maybe I'm misremembering. Rest in Peace Bear? Yeah, I'd murder several people for a Rest in Peace Bear. Yeah. White. Yeah, it was the white black creeping tar pit. So now we just equip because it's lethal, and if they cast a spell, then we just they're dead. Cool. I want to know what the 6 cards in their hand was. That I guess they couldn't really cast anything relevant at this point because they just had Eidolon and Pyrostatic in play. Yeah, it was the tar pit. That was the 4th thing. White Rex Sage? I would kill someone for a White Rex Sage. If we're just listing off everything. Man, this sideboard has, like, nothing in it for burn. Do I want this Relic Warder? My opponent had Black Vise and Pyrostatic and probably had... Alright, yeah, and it hits Eidolon and it hits Sulfuric Vortex. Yeah, we want this Relic Warder. I don't think I ever said that I'd kill someone for a White Rex Sage, but I definitely would. Goblin Ringleader about white Ember creatures with power 3 or less instead of tribe specific. That just sounds absurdly busted. Can I sideboard out this Horizon Canopy? Because I just never want to draw this card in this matchup, and 23 lands is fine. There are actually 0 instances in which I ever am happy to see this Horizon Canopy in this matchup. I guess Revoker is also horrible. Revoker hits like exactly Grim Lavamancer. Nobody was gonna play Bird of the no one was gonna play Pox at the PT either, and then we played Pox into Black Vice Burn. Put in these Council's Judgments. export out these other Revokers. I am kind of scared of Sulfuric Vortex. That card is very scary. Not even playing like a Sword of War and Peace in the board? Man, this deck sucks. I think everything else is kind of fine. I kind of hate Palace Jailer, but I kind of hate a lot of cards. At least this like kills an Eidolon without triggering it. Is a very, very, very minor upside, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, we're playing our expertly tuned Pro Tour deck list, and then we just go into Pox and Burn. And we'll keep this. We have G2, which is really good. If only I could put the Sanctum Prelate on both 1 and 2. I want to put it on 2 to beat the Shattering, whatever it's called. What is that card's name? 2-drop, blows up an artifact, deal 3. Smash to Smithereens. There we go. That's the card. I guess maybe I can run out this GTA on 2, and if they don't blow it up, then I can play Prelate on 1. Might still want to put Prelate on 2, though, for, like, searing effects. Never mind, we just run out the Stoneforge. Go, Stoneforge! Man, I hate mismatching planes. I'm going back to no snow coverage as soon as possible. Grab this Batterskull. We actually just have enough lands to eventually cast this Batterskull, so... I don't hate getting it here, even though this thing is super, super dead. They're just gonna Searing Blood it here. Yeah, I gotta see Prelate on 2, because it also... But I want to get... Wow. They just not kill my Batterskull? What's their plan? Or is their plan, like, smash it? There's 6 cards in hand. My burn opponent has just gone land, go, land, go, land, go. Their hand has to just be, like, 4 smash to Smithereens or some nonsense. I almost want to play the Sanctum Prelate on 2. But they would have Searing to the Stoneforge if they had it. So I have to assume that they're just on Smash to Smithereens. On Mara Control, stop giving them such a hard time. Black Vise WinCon. They had Howling Mines in their deck, they just never drew. Yeah, triple basic mountain. Opponent's playing some nonsense legacy deck. I mean, I guess if they just shatter this Batterskull, then I just untap and play Equip G-Tay to Stoneforge. So yeah, we're just gonna play Vial here. Vial plus Leaf Up Stoneforge activation. Maybe they'll just get impatient and shatter this Aether Vial. I wouldn't put the skull in until they go to kill the Stoneforge. I might just put it in just to get them to tap low. They might have 4th land drop though and have like double smash. Pop, Fire Blast, Shatter, Fire Blast, Pop. It'd be a lot of damage. But like, could just like port them here, but I could also just wait until like 5 mana to put in this Batterskull. Or 5 mana for like Prelate plus or plus like activate. I mean, they're not pressuring me. I'm just gonna pass. Like, yeah, I'm at 20 against Burn. What are they gonna do? $56 Mountain, 4 Fireballs. Opponent on the Super 6 sideboard tech. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just port them plus leave up Batterskull activation now. Their price of progress is deal 4 to me now, but whatever. Yeah, you haven't missed a lot, Kogan. It's all good. Welcome, welcome. We got savaged by Pox in like 5 minutes during match 1, and then we're playing against match 2 against Burn now. Take that. My opponent is just sideboarded into mono-red control. They're gonna finally do something in response to this. Yeah, I think they usually board out Pop, but some people don't, and then you get super punished. So I always try to play around it if I can afford to. Alright, they're forcing the action before I play 5th land, so that's probably their plan, right? Is force the action before I can play land 5 to pick up the Batter Skull. That's not the worst play by my opponent, but guess we'll put in this Batter Skull. You want a tight match against blue-white control? Seems sweet. I think, yeah, the blue-white probably. Oh, he's playing mono or blue-white Spirits and Taxes, I believe. Seems like a pretty tight matchup. Definitely like most of the Taxes variants versus the blue control decks are like very tightrope Razor's Edge. Alright, yeah, that's dead. So my opponent was playing around me hitting the 5th land drop to protect my Batter Skull, so not bad play on my opponent's part. My issue with putting this Prelate on 2 is that I can't actually GT port him. Like, wait, what? There? What was the port gonna do? Now I can just cast GT here and protect. I could technically protect it with this Relic Order. It's not good, but I could, like, cast GT, they smash it, I Relic Order, and then I, like, path my Relic Order, get my GT back, Sanctum Prelate on 2. Alternatively, I could just play Prelate on 2 and then never cast this GT. Oh, I hate that. Could use Relic Order as a protection for my own GT, which is really awkward, because I would also have to path it, but... what's the worst that could happen? We're at 17. They're just gonna, like, land triple price of progress me, and then I'm gonna die. That is the worst that could happen. We got notification of some sort. Death and Taxes for the Win has hosted me with 63 viewers. Thanks, Phil. I appreciate it. How'd your stream go? I know you're playing Goblins. Land price, hold priority, Fire Blast. I think just price killed me, right? Because it deals like 6 each. Alright, so now we actually had a blast. Sounds about right. E. Keeling has just followed. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Is this a sad day for the Redman? I mean, Goblins just sounds like it's fun to play, right? Not that it's gonna, like, always demolish your opponents. Oh god. Chat suddenly blew up. We have so many people. Hello, Phil's chat. We're playing Pro Tour winner Alan Wu's Death and Taxes list. So now we get to play Sanctum Prelate on 2, right? And then protect with Flicker Wisp and stuff. Alright, okay. Give me 1 second, Kogan. Need to actually, like, process my opponent's playing, like, the slowest game against Burn ever. The long con. Not even gonna equip here. Yeah, if they had needed to go like a land triple price, and I would have died. Anyway. aggressively fetching planes and lost Snapcaster on Cryptic with only 2 blue mana. Oh, nice. There's definitely some interesting nuances between like people wanting to fetch basics in those control matchups and getting punished by their greedy mana cards. Yeah, this is a very odd burn game. One that I should be like actually going faster in, but I got very distracted by talking to chat. But whatever. We should be very ahead at this point. And I guess I should port them. Just in case they have... I guess I don't die at triple price progress anymore. I have this Flicker Wisp. Yeah. Opponent's plan to time me out is actually pretty reasonable. I'm going to accelerate my pace of play a little bit here. Let's... Let's jam. If they try to kill Prelate, we have Flicker Wisp to protect it. Volcanic Fallout. Oh, man. Do I want to exchange Flicker Wisp for Prelate? Probably. Maybe not, actually. Kind of want to just protect... Yeah, that's fine. I want to protect the GTA with the Flicker Wisp more. I could play, like, Mom as another thing to hold GTAs and such. Yeah, he's just gonna, like, OTK me here. Don't worry about it. Or just gonna, like, blow me up out of nowhere. Alright, well, I don't think they have another Smash. I'd equip right... Yeah, I could have just... What, to the Mom? Yeah, porting's not gonna do anything, but it's like... I guess equipping to Mom just saves me 2 mana next turn, if that ends up mattering. Chain Lightning the Mom. Alright, I should probably protect this. And then get Volcanic Fallout number 2. Now I can F6. I get F6 equity now. Volcanic Fallout still bodies me, but I don't know. This is, I think, the first time I've seen burn online since the death rate ban. I could be wrong, though. I'll look at my data after this match. So you to play test against Shredded Metal all the time? Yeah. Everyone's probably packing a ton of... I would play against Pox round 1, and my opponent just turned games 1 and 2, went Dark Ritual, out Last Hope, and then we just immediately got buried. Alright, well, if they don't have exactly Smash the Smithereens here, we just basically win the game. Yeah, I mean, I can't really play around price, though, at this point. Like, I'm aware that price is a card that could punish me here, but... like, I can't really do a lot to protect myself from it. I don't have any, like, Wastelands. Yeah, the triple Dread Knight game? Jeez. So they do have a Smash. Interesting. Interesting order by the opponent. Smashing, or Eidolon and then smashing. I mean, sure. I think we're just gonna race them at this point. I need to actually play faster. I'm gonna start not looking at chat, because I was totally slacking in game 1, trying to figure out what my opponent was doing, and this game, where I spent the first 5 turns of, like, just wondering what the heck my opponent was planning on doing. Imagine how playing here is going great. Yeah, it is. Just gonna pat this. That would have won the reigning match. I mean, I don't think it's one of his worst. I think having triple Dread Knight is kind of a nod to that matchup being horrible for Death Shadow, right? Like I think you lose some of the games where your opponent goes like a pile of Dread of Knights and Liliana Blasto, but I think you're favored against Death Shadow. At least game 1. Games 2 and 3 might get a little tougher, but you have like a lot of tools to still win. We'll get our beat down on. 2-2s for 2. Usually have big trouble winning against Death Shadow with D&T. Against like specifically the card or just the deck in general. Because like the card, you mostly just want to like fly over it or Swords to Plowshares, but I'm not even gonna pour here. I'm just gonna leave up Swords to Plowshares. I'm putting 7 mountains in play. Yeah. You definitely get bodied the games that your opponent goes like double Dread of Night Last Hope, but we have a lot of Swords to Plowshares. No, I'm just gonna kill this now. I don't want him like blocking my Leonin Relic Order here, because then I'm just gonna have to plow it anyway, or use the Mother of Runes, which I don't really want to do. We have these plows for insurance to gain life in a pinch. Yeah, basically what the rest of chat is saying. If they draw a bunch of hate, you're probably gonna lose, but if they don't, probably not gonna lose. Sure, exquisite firecraft me. What you got? Get out of here! Stop it! Man, looks like we're gonna suddenly lose now. Opponent was sitting on a lot of burn. We're just gonna attack them. Or else probably gonna die. Luckily, we can probably just finish. Keep match 3 with 6.5 minutes on the clock. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that, like, Dread Knight's picking up popularity a lot. There was a ton of Death and Taxes that did very well at the Pro Tour. I don't know what my opponent's drawing. Like, 3 mountains? So we are super dead if they draw anything. Maybe my opponent's just like super slow rolling me to burn my clock because they know I can't win. That'd be like some next level tech. My opponent's just staring at like 4 bolts in their hands, like, well, I'm never gonna lose this game. My opponent's at 1 life. Might as well get them to burn that extra 30 seconds on their clock. It's not lethal. Oh, well, that's kind of obnoxious. I mean, not really. It just prevents 2 damage right now. The boarding Karak is against me? Really? That seems very not good. We're gonna... I guess we can't really attack with the Thalia this turn anyway. Oh, then I can't actually cast it again because the Eidolon. Ooh, shoot. That's not good. I'm like wasting my time in this matchup. That's this game I'm probably gonna lose. And I'm just gonna lose game 3 on clock because I just effed around for like the entirety of game 1 and 2. It's not even worth porting them. Should have ported the. I mean, does it matter? Like porting the Crocus does nothing, right? Then they activate it, and then I choose it by like letting it resolve. That seems like very marginal outs in a game that I have 6 minutes on the clock left. Is it even worth continuing to play this game? I mean, I guess I could draw a 3 is my plan. My opponent, like, actually just drawing no ways to kill me? Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna Fire Blast me, sure. Alright, cool. I guess that matchup just took forever. Alright, whatever. Well, we could probably just win game. I didn't bring an Ethersworn. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's bring that back in. Cut this Palace Jailer. It's really bad. Yeah, seems fine. Don't know what I was smoking, not bringing an Ethersworn there. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent's plan was, but it didn't seem very good. Boarding in like your 3-drop burn spells against the Thalia deck, and then boarding in Caracas against the Thalia deck to counteract the fact that you're boarding in 3s against it. I think my opponent just like wanted a bunch of Searing effects and 1-drops and smashed to smithereens. How's the Ballista been? I'm literally playing the Pro Tour winning list, and I've never boarded in the Ballista of the 2 matches I've played with it so far. So, I can't say. I imagine it was probably tech because he expected the mirror a lot, but I don't think I would be playing it in a traditional sideboard. You like Jailer in this matchup specifically, or in general? I think it's probably the worst card in my deck when I cut it for the Ethersworn just now. It's either that or like Crusader, but Crusader's nuts with equipment. Yeah. I imagine it was sideboard tech for the mirror. I don't think people expected to see a lot of elves at this tournament. I think your opponent boarded out all their Goblin guys because they didn't want to keep... I mean, maybe. I didn't see anything. Like, my opponent's playing a very weird burn deck. The opponent played Black Vise into Pyrostatic Pillar game 1, which means they're on more than 4 Eidolon on the Great Rebels. Because they're like playing the 4 Eidolons and then some number of Pyrostatic Pillars on top of that. And this deck does not want to run War and Peace. I think I would a lot of the time, but my opponent Alan Wu was currently not. Alright, this hand sucks. Mulligan. This hand is very good. Not Mulligan. We got hosted by Death and Taxes for the win, otherwise known as Phil. Which is why we have so many viewers all the time. Does my opponent have a 1-drop? A turn? Nope. Opponent just never has anything. Cool. Yeah, we're just gonna rush on board. I'm just gonna keep playing fast and not paying. Ooh, that's a nice one. I guess I should probably put actually Violent Thalia there, because they can't actually cast anything, but whatever. Theo Jung, thank you for the follow. Sorry about... Yeah, Theo Jung. We're just playing really fast, because I have 5 minutes left on my clock. But it is burned, so we're probably okay. We're gonna put this Vial on 3. Or, yeah, we're gonna put the Vial on 3 so I can put Prelate on 2 here. And then cast Stoneforge getting Batterskull. Put it, like, just bolting this straight up? Sure. How often do you blow up the Vile trigger versus Red Delver? Online, I just, like, I don't do it a lot. Yeah, didn't play around Flicker Wisp either. My opponent's, like, not playing very well throughout this whole match. I tend to not blow up on Moto a lot just because it's, like, a lot of effort to, like, tap it and then sit through all the trigger, the activations and stuff. Fallout, that's rude. Well, we're at 18 against Burn, so I don't hate my position currently. I do hate my clock currently. Hopefully they don't have a Smash to Smithereens for this Batterskull once we hit land number 5. Searing Blood, sure. Yeah, we have 4 minutes and 20 seconds, which is like a lot against Burn in game 3, so we should be fine, but... Oh no, don't on F6. Shoot. I wanted to hit that. Oh well. Immediately super punished. Oh well. I guess not necessarily, because now my opponent has to take damage to kill the Batterskull. But then they could hit me for 2, which is probably way more relevant, assuming they have like a Smash. Yeah. Now we take 2 more because I didn't plow this. Because that was F6. So the difference between 10 and 8 is pretty big deal. Might lose this. The Parallel 2. The Parallel 2 is for Smash to Smithereens and Searing effects. And then we got Volcanic Fallout, dude. Could have put it on 1 for like Chain Lightning and Bolt, but my opponent had cast a Bolt, and I don't really care if my opponent's 1 for 1-ing. Like the Prelate essentially gains 3 life there, but it does not gain 3 life if they just Searing Blaze it. It also was to protect the Batterskull from a Shatter, whatever, Smash to Smithereens. I can't afford XX. Mountains will do for now. Yeah, I think we're pretty dead here. My opponent has 4 cards left in hand, and we're at 5 life. We should be at 7 life, but I don't think even that matters. Stoneforge is a good start. Opponent having 4 cards in hand means we just need to grab GT. If they have something, we just die. We need to gain life. We're not going to win this game with a Sword of Fire and Ice. But we're at 5 life, my opponent has 4 cards in hand. We are very likely dead. I'm tapped out with nothing in my hand. Go for it, opponent. It's like, Exquisite Firecraft into Fire Blast. Yep, alright. Them's the breaks. Have I played against Burn before? I don't think I have, but there's a chance. Oh, there's a chance. I played it against it once before. It's the second time. 2-2, or 1-1, 2-2 in games. Oh no, that was in 3. I won game 1 there. There we go. Updating the spreadsheet. All right, now we can play like not hectic Magic. That game 3 went poorly. We probably could have won game 2 if I was like paying more attention, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think I agreed with like most of the decisions my opponent made throughout that entire match, but sometimes you don't get there. I mean, it's very similar to oh, this hand's actually gas. Oh, he's a potato. Oh, in my opponent's defense, they made a very heads up play specifically in game 2 before I got to 5 mana with a Stoneforge Mystic, which like was very confusing given my opponent's other choices that match, where they bolted my Stoneforge before I got to 5 mana to put in a Batterskull and hold up the mana to pick it back up. That was like very heads up. But then my opponent consistently like just didn't play around Flicker Wisps or Caracas, like trying to kill my Thalias and boarded in a bunch of like not very good cards. Was not 100% sure what they were doing. I also don't know what this opponent's doing, so we're just gonna play Aether Violence at Revoker. Variant Catacombs. Stupid question. Have you played Pauper? I have played Pauper, actually. I was never, like, super big into it, but I actually got into Moto via Pauper because I built Mono Green Stompy for, like, 20 bucks and ground into Mono White Taxes in Modern. I don't know what my opponent is playing. Some sort of green deck. But a green deck that decides to not play anything for the first 2 turns of the game. I guess we will also not do anything. We'll just leave this Revoker up just in case. And these 2 plows up. Play Inside Out. Inside Out is a sweet deck. Basic Forest. And then basic Maverick? Pauper Daily circa 2012-2013. Oh, is Boros Kitty the Boros like Monarch whatever deck, or is that a different Boros deck? I don't know. It's called Kitty. All right, so Maverick, yeah, Maverick. I kind of want to revoke this Knight, even though I'm just gonna plow it. But I don't know. I want to put a Revoker into play. I just don't know what to name with it. I could just leave it in my hand and not clock them. You can always reset it with the Wisp. They're also a Stoneforge deck, so I can name a Stoneforge thing. We have so many answers to Knight that I don't think they're ever going to be able to like untap with one. The plan is just Palace Jailer them this game, but... What do I name with this Revoker? Could just name nothing. And like just not play it. Tick Vials up to 3-2, pass again. Wait until there's something actually relevant to name. Yeah. I don't think the 2 damage is really worth it. Yeah, Theo. Way too much fun to... yeah, the, I could name Noble Hierarch, that's fair. I think just not doing anything is also fine. We're just gonna, like, Palace Jailer them next turn, bury them. I don't hate Noble Hierarch. I don't hate, like, trying to blind name GTA or something. Hopefully they'll cast something here that isn't just another... Ooh, a Ramonette Excavator. That's getting jailered. Jailering the crap out of that. Yeah, that resolves. Oh man, then we have like Flicker Wisp Jailer. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna put in this Revoker. I don't really want to name Knight, because we have like... My opponent's like not playing a Knight 8 ways from Sunday, but... Alright, later, army. Yeah, this guy's about to get demolished here. Palace Jailer, Flicker's Palace Jailer, just eat all your creatures, and just have this Source of Plowshares too. I don't really want to name anything. Batter Skull? I don't want to name any of my equipment because I could draw them. We're just going to name Knight of the Reliquary. Whatever. This thing's a 2-1 with no text. Alright. Oh man, we can just cast this Palace Jailer, but that's not fun. Time to become the Monarch for the first time in competitive Legacy. Oh, that's not true. I think I played Soldier Stomp at some point. Pride Mage? Oh, that's fair. Good name, Pride Mage. The only Sneak and Show, Reanimate, Dark Depths, very easy. Yeah, definitely is a sideboard there if they're on like a bunch of combo decks. I currently Thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of the luxury. Alright, we got a clock going. We got a bunch of dudes, and a Flicker Wisp for this Palace Jailer, and a Plow for so the next 2 guys are taken care of. Oh, that's a Dryad Arbor. Play a Knight. Yes! Yes! Man, if they have Swords of Plowshares, I'm going to be a little bit sad, but not enough to not do this. Because we also just plow this Knight, it's not a big deal. Oh, they do have it. That's rude. Yeah, that's fine. Do I even want to put in my Wisp now? I could Wisp the Revoker onto something else, but there's nothing, again, nothing else to Wisp it onto. Kind of want to clock my opponent, but I kind of want to defend the Monarchy more, so I don't think I'm going to even do anything here. I am just going to plow this Knight. I think I'm just going to win this game via attrition with the Monarchy. But yeah, opponent definitely should have waited until Wisp came into play. Playing around like Vryn Wingmare, I guess, too, though. I don't know. Ooh, a Stoneforge. I like that. Probably grab Skull? Skull or GT? Skull gives me more dudes, and I have a lot of mana. GT lets me kill this Dryad Arbor. I've already killed 2 of their knights, so the odds of them having more gigantic guys isn't that high. I think I'm just gonna grab GT. I don't think opponent is woke enough to play around Wingmare. Yeah. Porting Arbiter is dirty. It is a play that I have definitely made several times in my life. Not even gonna attack nor play the GT here. Yeah, we're just gonna grind my opponent into the dust. We have like 4 ways to prevent them from taking back the Monarchy. We have 3 blockers and a Wisp. They have a Mom. Alright, well, it's a good thing I have this GT. And this Mishra's Factory. THC. Wow. Opponent is playing a very weird Maverick deck. I guess that resolves. Alright, yeah, opponent's making it so that his voice audio, is it lower than usual? I don't know. I could, like, turn it up if it's too low for some people. I might just be talking kind of softly. But yeah, my opponent's tapping out. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize. I didn't even think about my Karakas, but yeah, that seems not the best plan. could play Wisp here just to have something to equip the Jiche to. And then untap, I have to bounce Lethalia, cast Jiche, equip to Wisp, attack, and then, yeah, then they just don't have anything and we win. Yeah, that seems fine. Although I guess I don't need to, because I can just equip the Stoneforge, right? Yeah, I don't even need to play this Wisp. Yeah, this game should be over. Goodbye. Yeah, opponent concedes. Opponent very, very dead. Alright. Alright, so for the Maverick matchup, assuming there are a normal Maverick, they look like they're almost white-green Death and Taxes, right? They had with Big Thalia and Little Thalia, but I imagine it was just like a tech option of playing like a one of Big Thalia or something. So I just still think that Jailer is bad. I think probably people think it. Yeah, I definitely like don't necessarily agree that Jailer is bad. For those of you that like weren't here for my explanation at the beginning, I'm literally playing the 75 that Alan Wu was playing that won the PT. I'm not saying that like this is the deck list I would play if I were to go to a tournament tomorrow, and it's definitely not. I'm not a big Palace Jailer fan personally, as well as like a bunch of like weird decisions in the sideboard that I don't necessarily agree with. I like kind of like Pekin's okay, but like there are so many cards I want to bring in this matchup. Kind of bleh. Cut all these Thalias. Yeah, I think the Jailer was specifically a tech option that people were expecting a lot of Eldrazi, Sneak, and Miracles, and there were a lot of those decks. Yeah, Pro Tour lists are always a bit weird, so you can't just like immediately cut and paste them like I did into this league. It's not usually a good idea. Like the Ballista Loki. If you're expecting the Mirror a lot, then Ballista seems sweet, but not a lot else seems like great against. The Mirror and like Elves. I guess I'd board it against Strix decks, I suppose. Seems bananas in the Mirror if you can get it online. I only have a minute to board out like 5 more cards. I don't love Rip. I mean, I like Rip specifically against Knight, but maybe like 3 is excessive. I usually board in like the 2 that I usually have, but Jailer's bad. No, Jailer's bad in general. Yeah, not. I think Jailer's insane in this matchup. 4 more cards. I don't think I want 4 Phyrexian Revokers. Revoker just doesn't seem super good in this matchup. I mean, Pithaniel actually seems a little bit better than Revoker. Tamron Priest I could do without. And we'll just go no rip, see what happens. I don't like making decisions. In general. Never need. Yeah. I think I would definitely not be, like, caught dead without a Sword of War and Peace, but that's just me. Rover is kind of awesome in this matchup, but, like, I don't want a bunch of them. Although my opponent didn't show that they were on, like, the Black Smash for Zealous Persecution, so they might be better. Whenever I think of Maverick, my mind just flashes back to, like, getting Zealous Persecution a million times, so maybe it's gotten better. We're gonna keep this hand. This hand's great. Yeah, 4 might be a little excessive. Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. Gonna play our colorless source in case they want to wasteland us. I don't think plowing the arbor is relevant there. More relevant than playing the vial, at least. If I didn't have the vial, I probably would have plowed the arbor, but if they have like a knight here, I'll be much happier to plow an actual threat rather than just a mana accelerant. Scrib Ranger. Well, not plowing this Triad Arbor anymore. Well, that's kind of horrifying. Opponent going ham. Now we have to leave up this plow, but then if they just equip the arbor, then we have to plow it and they pick it up. And then we're kind of up shit creek a little bit. We could draw another white source, and then Council Judgment the GT actually, so we'll stall. So I realize this isn't your preferred list. What do you think of Remorseful Cleric? Yeah, I don't think Remorseful Cleric has a spot in the sideboard. I think if you want Remorseful Cleric, you're playing it as like a main deck 1, possibly 2 of. I think Remorseful Cleric isn't impactful as a sideboard card, but I think it's good enough in the main deck that it's much better. Yeah, they're equipping to the correct creature here. Because they can protect their Dryad Arbor with the Scrub Ranger. We need to use the Sword Splash just as a fog. Technically, I don't need to. I don't lose to this, because I give up a 3 and, like, stall it. Maybe I am supposed to actually just plow the Script Ranger here. Oh, no, I was supposed to port the Arbor after they equipped it. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb, yeah. I was supposed to make them do this, and then I could actually just port the Arbor. That was a bad play. We messed up. They could have still equipped the Script Ranger, though, right? Because they could have used the Script Ranger's ability after that. Because they tap the Arbor for green, and then use the Script Ranger, untap it, bounce the Forest, and then make the second mana equip the Script Ranger here. Okay, so it's not that bad of a punt. The question is, do I want to kill the Script Ranger here? Because then I have the Dryad. I think I do want to actually kill the Script Ranger. I have the Dryad Arbor taken care of, and I can, like, stall the GTA with a Wisp. We're just gonna plow this. I'll let this thing trigger. If we find another white source, we can just kill the GTA anyway. Might as well watch D&T play. Thanks. Good to see you, Lord Darkview. Oh yeah, I could have ported it in beginning of combat. That's true. Alright. I will concede that I definitely misplayed there. Should have ported the Dryad Arbor in the beginning of combat step. No white source is a bummer. But we can prevent them from getting more GTA counters by porting this. And then using the Flicker Rose to reset it if we don't find the white source yet. Everyone over there about Utter Layton's Death Shadow sideboard. I haven't played against any Dread Knights so far. Tap this guy down. Don't know if I want to put my Stoneforge into play. It does eat up all their GTA counters, notably. Knight, sure. I think I will put in Stoneforge. Eat up all the GTA counters, because then I can stall with the Flicker Wisp after that. Yeah. I think Jailer was kind of a hedge against like a multitude, like a card that was good in the Sneak and Show matchup while still being good against like Eldrazi and Miracles and stuff. Because now, oh, they didn't take the bait. Maybe I should grab Batterskull to like force them to take the bait, quote unquote. They can kill it now. And they still don't kill it. And we still don't have a Council's Judgment to cast. Yeah, Lack of Brightling was like kind of a bummer, but not necessarily unexpected. I did see a couple of the people saying that they just didn't even have enough time to test it, let alone like devote to wanting it in their deck. And also, yeah, they're tuning the Pro Tour is like a very small meta object, like in proportion to like a normal Legacy tournament, like a giant GP or something. They know a lot of the time what a lot of people are going to be doing. What does my opponent decide to do here? Equip to Knight plus Smash? If they equip to Knight and attack. You can block with... I can block with Stoneforge and then Flicker Wisp it, so then they have to... They can only kill one of my guys. I can either go get a Batter Skull or my Flicker Wisp lives. Oh, Wasteland's a bummer. Now we're just like never getting this Council's Judgment. Float away. It's relevant here because I can psych them out to like make them not equip with this knight if I have a plow. They don't even attack. Well, okay, I guess they're just gonna try to generate card advantage off the knight. That's their plan. Green Sun for 2. What is this, a Quasali? Hyrulean Justice, thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Yeah, they do grab a Quasali. Interesting. They want to blow up my Vial and like mana screw me? Not unreasonable. Let's get rid of this GT, so I don't have to deal with it. Or not get rid of it, but get the counters off of it so I can think about the rest of my plans. Yeah, they get to like blow my Vial here, which is not great. Wow, they sacked the Arbor. Aggressive. 4 Ogres definitely feels excessive. I think Brightling definitely has a spot in the decks, but I don't think a lot of people are going to test it. Oh, Cradle, that's pretty good. The Caracas being our white source is super punishing here. We might just be dead now. Force them to use the GT, kill the Wisp probably. Yep. We could draw very little, actually. Might just be dead. I think not running Caverns is a mistake. I know a lot of people that hate Cavern, but I'm kind of indifferent. I do think Horizon Canopy is actually terrible. I do not like Horizon Canopy. I'm completely off that card existing. All right, yeah. We're gonna pack this one away. We have no white sources and a bunch of double white cards in our hand that make anything relevant. Opponent has active GTA. Burn it back. So I definitely want to get Hidden Priest now that I have more time to think about it. Hidden Priest is really good against Green Sun. I remember when you did like Canopy. Yeah, we all make mistakes, Shiloh. Can I cut the Canopy again? I'd probably actually rather cut a basic land in this matchup. This is probably a matchup where Canopy actually matters. This is the issue of like boarding and rip, is that there's so much stuff that I want. Like I boarded out a Revoker, right? I want this, but like what am I supposed to cut after that? I guess I don't really want Batter Skull, but I do want GT, so maybe I could cut like... No, Batter Skull's good enough. Like, all of these cards are cards that I want in my deck, but I'm only playing 60 of them. And I do think Rip is probably the weakest of the cards. It hits exactly Knight and the Raminab Excavator, which is probably like a 1 of greens on target. Cut Caracas instead of Plains. I could agree with that, too. Where are the Caracas? They up here. Opponent probably boarded out all their legendary things. They might have not boarded out Heretic Cathar, but I don't know that you want 3 rip more than 3. Yeah, exactly. So if I could board in like some rip, we could do like this. I don't think I want all the Rokers and this needle. See, like even 2 Rokers plus needle. I do. Roker is good in this matchup. Don't love Priest. It's just another 1 card and also the Ground Fuzz. It also like weaponizes your Flicker Wisps, which is relevant, and being able to like play around. Like you know when you have a Container Priest and when you're gonna shut off your own files. Why split Plains as Joker? Plains predict out of miracles is the only reason. And I don't do it because I'm lazy. We literally copied this deck. Otherwise, I don't do it because I don't care that much. And I 100% have been predicted, and they named planes, and they hit. So I have been punished for my choices. But I just refuse to do it out of spite. Oh, God. I'm just going to cut all the rest to pieces. I don't need it. We'll be fine. I never know how to board against Maverick. Maverick is the one matchup that I've found is just, you want so many cards. You have so many good sideboard cards against Maverick. But also so many good main deck cards. Ew. That looks like, well, it's 60 cards, 61 cards to send it. So yeah, miracles, usually they predict themselves because they like brainstorm or whatever, portent and stuff, but occasionally sometimes they just fire off a blind predict because they have to. They just want to cantrip it out. So statistically, the best choice against Death and Taxes would be to hit them in named planes because that's the most likely to be in any player's deck because Death and Taxes plays anywhere from like 9 to 13 basic planes. Anyway, this hand's terrible. Shipping it. If this hand had like one white source of gas. Ugh. Like technically any deck more than one of these things should be splitting them, but it doesn't matter as much there because decks aren't traditionally running more than 4, and then if you're not running more than a 4, then it doesn't really matter to vary your predict targets because they could just be naming like Brainstorm out of your deck because you'll be playing 4 of those. Yeah, the fetch is relevant for like stuff like Pithing Needle. But there's also the factor of mind games. If you're playing Rug, you play like 4 Wooded Foothills to pretend you're on a different deck. We're gonna keep this. This hand's like close, but we get a scry. Yeah, it's a land. There's no real mind games you can do with snow-covered plains. Yeah, I don't think I can afford a multi 5 in this matchup. Yeah, I can't run snow-covered. I like all my basics to match, but I also don't want to just buy foil snow-covered plains. Angel set. We're not playing any angels and no Avengers. No nothing. Could plow this, but I think I'm just gonna Mystic. Foothills into Stifles in a lot of games. Yeah, I imagine so. Oh, we already have this GTA. I didn't even... I could, like, so unfortunate Batter Skull with Mom up. I don't hate that. And still have this GTA. And I like, if we're, like, tight on removal like we are right now, I don't hate, like, saving plows for the relevant stuff and not trying to, like, mana deny them by killing arbors. This used to be a fan service stream. We're fan service for everyone who wants to watch, like, the PT deck play. This is fan service, just not for everybody. My opponent slams tonight. I really want to draw another white source. Ooh, Mom. Right, I still really want to draw another white source. So I can plow my opponent's Mom. Boo. Hiss. We could always just play Batter Skull. We could always just ignore the Mom, right? We have our own Mom to connect with GTA to kill it at some point. We could always just ignore it. We can always, like, Needle plus plow it or something, or Roger plus plow it if we need to. So I don't hate just pretending it's not there. It's like awkwardly off tempo to just plow this turn because then I just have the 1 mana to Pithing Needle nothing. Jeez, where's all my time going? I'm wasting so much time talking to chat. I need to get better at that. That's something I've been really bad at as a streamer, is managing my time talking to chat versus my time actually playing the game. Dom your opponent by plowing his ball. I don't think we're going to I'll watch you play that garbage white red land destruction to Texas. One day, Kogan, we'll play. We'll get to it. I blame chat for my clock issues. Yes, exactly. You're getting it over voltage. Definitely nothing of my own. It's all my opponent being bad. Oh man, this is a green sun for 3. That's kind of mean. Man, I really wish I had a Container Priest exactly right here. we'd bank on drawing like a white source again if I put in the Jite. Might actually put in Batter Skull, Needle Mom, Plow Knight, actually. Depending on what we draw. Oh, right on time, Container Priest. Good to see ya. Happy you're here. Let's see how my opponent reacts to this. Punch. Man, it's gonna be really awkward when my opponent finds a wasteland. Yeah, I straight up just keep playing a bunch of normal planes. It's not worth it. Aw, Rex Sage my Batter Skull, that's rude. We have Jite still. Another 2? Play a Jite here? Play a Bitter Blossom. Oh, my opponent is playing black, huh? Interesting. Yeah, Priest shows up exactly on time. What info does it give up, Chyleth? Like, playing Snowgrover Plains immediately declares that we're on death and taxes on turn 1 or something? Nice Green Sun Zenith opponent. Please don't have a plow. Nice. You draw and play the other. But, like, you don't need to play the other, right? If that's something that you could just not do. Do I want to trade Mom for this Rex Sage? Probably. I have Pithing Needle on this Mom. This Mom's never going to be useful. I'll kill it. Alright, we have a plan, and it involves this Jite carrying me to victory. If only Container Priest hit tokens. Man, that would be hilarious against this Bitter Blossom. Noble, sure. Oh no, gotta activate this. Another Stone Force. This is just a Squire, so it doesn't do anything. Opponent has 3 power. I wonder if they triple block, though. Definitely interesting. I think I just want to get this Jite online, though. You attack with both, right? The predict thing is extremely marginal, but it is something that happens sometimes. Wow, opponent really wants this Container Priest off the board. Didn't think they wanted it dead that badly. I guess the last card in their hand is like Green Sun Zenith, but we have Path for whatever they grab. Unless they grab Quasali. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it's marginal. It's super marginal. It just happened to me exactly once. What are they casting here? Green sun. Oh yeah, they're Quasaliing. Boo. Might be dead now. Oh no, I was supposed to ping that. Well, I'm not thinking. And I don't think that decision mattered a lot. I think we were dead. Maybe attacking with the priest, I think, was bad. I didn't even, like, consider them triple blocking. Mad punish. Yeah, exactly. Mad punish for attacking with the priest. I didn't even consider them, like, triple blocking as an option that they would have done. We got incredibly punished. I think we could have, like, easily wrapped up this game otherwise. Can you buy foreign cards in MTGO? No, you can't. You can, like, I think there are, like, custom things where you can, like, make cards in different languages. Like, you can basically change the text, change the image for people that want to play Moto that can't read English. Yeah, I'm going to jam Revoker. It's just not going to, like, do a lot. If they're smart, I suppose. They could mess it up and get supremely punished. Dang, they found the line. Damn, opponent's not a moron. Alright, we're just gonna race their Bitter Blossom. It'll be easy, right? We're down both of our equipment that could possibly punch through these Fairy Rogues. I'm trying to think if we have, like, a feasible out at this point. I guess, like, Relic Order for Bitter Blossom, maybe? We're at 19. Yeah. We have... Kill the Knight. Oh yeah, Crusader's an out. That's true. I'm wondering if I attack with everything here. So they could either block Revoker and then chump, or like double block Mishra's Factory. Either way, they're down to like one thing left. Then the turn after that, they can just block So I think they would double block Factory, and then they would take 3. And then if I attack again, then they block that. Well, that might actually be worth it. It might be my only plan, right? I want to get this Mishra's Factory's value in while they don't have a Wasteland in play. I'm just gonna keep bashing. So my opponent's either gonna double block or like block and chump. Yeah, block plus chump. Sure, but that means the Bitter Blossom can never block X2s, right? Or they have to wait a turn. Really wish we had any sword in my deck. Like a War and Peace, which would be in my deck had I, like, had one in this deck. But Alan Wu decided that War and Peace wasn't good in the expected meta. How many factories? Just the one. Getting, like, punished by another Green Sun? Jeez. Ultimate punish for not, for, like, firing that Containment Priest into death. But we drew a Plow, so we're not dead. Unfortunately, my opponent gained 6 life. Fortunately, they take 5. Yeah, they don't block here. Wyatt over Mutavault, because there's no inherent synergies with Mutavault's ability to have all creature types, and Factory can block as a 3/3 because it can tap and target itself. So now my opponent double blocks the Factory. Also because that Lord Darkview is really on it. If my opponent draws like air, we might be able to punch through with these Stone Forges. There are niche situations in Mutavault's better, like if like you're playing against Merfolk and they have Lord of Atlantis, right? If you're in the proper Factory, I don't care about my cards on Moto. They might die to this Bitter Blossom. We might get them. I don't even think I'm going to plow a Fairy Rogue here. Maybe I should. Because they stay at 4. They're going to... Nah, we're not. We're going to save this plow for, like, another scary thing. They could, like, gain them life or something. Like if they draw Jite and equip it to a Fairy Rogue. Let them die to this Bitter Blossom is the plan. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary enough. Yep, opponent plays a 1/1 for 1. Sure. And then concedes. We did it! Despite my colossal punt, we won the match. It's all good. It was all calculated. We were going to have them die to their own Bitter Blossom. That was 100% intentional, chat. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So we won game 1, right? Oh, 3-trap would have almost been better. Yeah, now we're just like trying to limp into the 3-2. We'll probably just win one of the next 2 rounds. I was thinking because of the artifact creature, it would be bad because the amount of removal I can kill it. That's true. It does. There is like downside of like dying to ancient grudges and stuff. I think the being able to block as a 3/3 is marginally more relevant than dying to ancient grudge and smash to smithereens and stuff like that. Did we win game 1 there? I'm trying to remember. Yes, because wait, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we won game 1. I mean, like, Mutavault would have been exactly the same in that scenario, though. It was, like, very, very marginal benefit. It definitely did come in clutch there. But what would also come in clutch is me not, like, punting my Containment Priest off of a cliff. I'm going to cast 2 Green Sun's Zenith after my Containment Priest died. Island Walk 1 is our opponent. I wonder if we're actually playing against Merfolk. This hand's good regardless. If there are Merfolk, we're not playing this Thalion too, that's for sure. Go grab Sword Fire and Ice. But against most other decks, I think we're jamming Thalion too. Our price new mediocre 2-3. No, I'm gonna win the game after this. Yeah. We're gonna win this game, and then we're gonna lose our round 5. Volsrix, thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. We're also getting very close to 200 followers, which I don't know what that means yet, other than we might get card holder sponsorship at that point, but I'm gonna do something for 200 followers. I might just like stream the Legacy Challenge again like I did last time. Opponent's on Ant. Probably trying to go. Oh, yeah, that would explain like why they took so long. Oh, and so probably on Fish. Jeez. Regardless, we're just gonna sling this Thalia now. Underground Sea Ponder. Ooh, we were just F6'd. 200 followers is twice as many as 100. That is mathematically correct. Twice as exciting. Also true. 200 is a lot of followers, and I think hopefully we'll be able to get card holder partnership after that. So what is my opponent doing? Storm? And they're just like already dead? I could just port them. Violent Stoneforge. I don't hate that. But they could still be on like a Grixis control deck just with Preordain in it. My guess is Ant, but could still be like a Grixis deck that just had Ponder into Preordain here. So we'll just grab Batterskull. Probably not Ant with Double Island. Wait, yes, Ant with Double Island? I guess. You only need 200 followers for a card hold sponsor actually start streaming. Yeah, you need. That's like one of 4 things. You need like a consistent streaming schedule, 200 followers, like average 20 viewers or something, and then something else I'm probably forgetting. Well, we can now just recruit Revoker for the Lions Eye Diamonds, so that's pretty good. And then also put in Batterskull or port them. Probably port them. Recruiter or Prelate could. Oh yeah, I could just recruit Prelate. Prelate on 4 just locks them out, right? Yeah, this list has a Prelate main. We have a lot of options here. All roads lead to Rome. Yeah, just Prelate on 4 just kills them, though. They can't beat it. Unless they're, like, secretly on test with Double Island in it, which is, like, even more ludicrous. Yeah. I mean, Revoker means that they have a chance. It's not a high chance, but it's definitely a chance. Grab. Sanctum Prelate. Put it on 4. Yeah, opponent concedes. Sick. Opponent probably would have conceded to Phyrex Revoker as well there, but not unimpactful, definitely. So sideboard time. Probably want all these. Palace Jailer sucks. GT sucks. 24th land probably sucks as well. This is not a matchup we need. I guess Plow also sucks though. Yeah, I love Sanctum Prelate. I was playing Prelate like way longer. Like everyone had started cutting Prelate during the Deathrite Shaman era. I just like kept playing one and kept not losing to lands. I kept wondering why everyone was complaining that the lands matchup was really bad. Yeah, opponents on Storm of some kind, probably Ad Nauseam Tendrils. Because I don't think Tess can play double basic island. I mean, we're already at 60. It's just a question of, like, do I want to put in Council's Judgments to try and beat Dread of Night, which I don't think so. Traditionally, the Ant decks don't play Dread of Night anymore, but maybe they will. They'll start again if D&T is really, like, super hype. But usually it's just, like, Chain of Vapor, Abrupt Decay, and Echoing Truth. So I don't think I want to board in Council's Judgment until I see Dread Knights. And even then, maybe not then. We can probably just run this. Could never convince myself to try. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I'm ever playing 0 Prelate in this deck. Card is nuts. Yeah, this deck does not beat down. This iteration of Death and Tax does not beat down very well. This hand sucks. I mean, this hand's okay, but I think you just want to kind of mulligan for your hate. Well, I said it. I'll keep this. We might just, like, die on turn 2 anyway, so... Ha! Can't... If only this was a Cabal Therapy opponent on their, like, new Ant tech. This is Ad Nauseam Legacy. It's more like Storm in Legacy. They play Ad Nauseam as, like, a draw... Not draw your whole deck, like, draw 15 cards to keep going off. The Piet, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's more of... They have therapy for the next turn. I mean, they don't, like, play therapy a lot anymore in Ant, right? They don't Thoughtseize the second Thalia because they just can't beat the first. They're just going to try and go off this turn, right? Or hope I don't hit the land. Oh no, they do have the therapy! What a bummer. And, like, doesn't even play therapy all the time anymore, but, I mean, it's not like I could have made a lot of decisions to play around it. And we drew the land! They only have 4 cards left in hand, though, so... Not, like, dead. Revoke LED sounds not unreasonable here. Lion's Eye Diamond. That was rude. It should be noted that Rip is... Yeah, Rip is very medium against Ant. I mean, so is this Fairy Macabre. But... Macabre turns off, like, Past in Flames kills and also can, like, trip up a Cabal Ritual. So I don't hate bringing it in. Also, just, we have a lot of other bad cards in this matchup. Like, what did I board out? Umezawa's GTA, 4 Plows, and a Palace Jailer. Like, I'd almost assuredly want a Fairy Macabre for those cards, just for the minor upside of sometimes being relevant. We're gonna grab Batter Skull here. We're so mana tight. We might not even hit, like, third land for anything. I was almost a Storm player. My friend let me D&T. Story of a lot of people's lives. I was almost a Rug Delver player. Good thing I didn't do that, because then Rug Delver died for a super long time. So I want to start gaining life as soon as possible to try to make them get to a higher storm count, and also deal them damage so that their ad nauseas don't do as much. So what is the second D in TDS? I keep not understanding that one. It's like something Death Shadow, obviously. Can't port them until next turn. Might play Wisp instead of port, depending on... I haven't done math to see if they're dead yet. Dimir Death Shadow? Delver Death Shadow makes sense. So we have... Ooh, never mind. We're just going to cast Canonist. Yeah, we also do have 2-turn lethal here, so I wouldn't have cast Wisp here. But it doesn't matter, because we just drew Ethosworn. They could have a bounce spell for it. That means we have lethal set up with a Fairy Macabre, and they have to go off. Yep. They have to go off at 6 life through a Fairy Macabre. Or Massacre me and then go to 2. Well, they're trying. Oh, wow, Thoughtseize. That's rude. I guess I fire off this Macabre? Because they're just, like, dead if they don't kill me this turn. So I could exile, like, Dark Writ plus Brainstorm or something off this fairy. I don't think my decision matters too much, but yeah. The plan is, like, try to choke them off of mana for Past in Flames or Cabal Ritual or something. Writ and Brainstorm. I assume that they're deterministically killing me is why they're firing off Thoughtseize. Although they might just be, like, going for it because they're dead. as well, and they're just taking a look to make sure they don't die to something stupid like surgical or mind break trap. Nice LEDs. Oh, my opponent's just gonna... Oh, they're just gonna be dead. They're just thought seizing me and then dying. Sick. We did it. We beat Ant. Where's Ant on my list? Pretty far down. Alright, we're making a comeback. Don't worry, chat. We'll just win. We'll get to 3-2. We'll crawl back. Or like Chylith cursed me. I'll probably just like play against Q into elves like I always do in Romaran 5 and die. Double Island is kind of weird. I've seen it. It's not unheard of, but it is uncommon to say the least. Say we crushed it. We did, definitely. Definitely. First loss against which deck? Mono Black Pox. We got turn 1 Dark Writ into Liliana the Last Hope both games. We also had answers for it both games, but then we got Stone Rained like 2 to 3 times. So yeah, that was the least exciting match of Magic I've played in a while. Alright, good hand. That's a hand. That's a hand that exists. It's close. Opponent says good luck. You too. Unless you're playing elves, then please leave. It's like close. If these are 2 Thalia, I'm tempted to keep this even on 3 Thalias because Thalia is really good, but 3 Thalia is just so not good. Your pizza has... Isn't it midnight where you are, child? What are you drinking to a pizza at midnight? Guess I shouldn't judge. Keep that and hope my opponent has a ton of removal. I'm definitely tempted to keep this. It's 1 AM? Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. Against my better judgment. Oh yeah, because you're an hour after East Coast. Auto wins versus Storm. Turn 1 Blind Therapy Thalia after seeing basic planes. Oh no, the mirror! We kept the actual worst hand possible. Oh well. Let's grab Batter's Skull? Probably Sword. I told you you'd punt this game. Yeah, we punted this game off a cliff by keeping 3 Thalias against the mirror. What a mistake. We're gonna grab Sword. Oh no, actually you already picked on Ben's mom, but you draw like a flyer or something anyway. I don't think the Batter Skull's gonna do a lot. Oh, my opponent is Thalia. Interesting. opponent just Black Splash with them. Please, I would love it if my Death and Taxes opponent would therapy me for all these Thalias. Please do. We have all these equipment. We need to get them online, though. Which we could do if we draw. If we draw, like, a removal spell or a flyer or something. Prelate. Sure. My opponent does not have a good Death and Taxes mirror hand either. It does turn off my ability to plow to punch a thing through. I'm gonna put in the Sword, just because that's the one they know about. Ooh, Revoker. Revoker's definitely interesting. We could revoke the mom. But now we need to be able to, like, first strike through this Thalia, so I think... They've also turned off their own plows, too, notably. So we just jam a Thalia here and pass. Although, hang on, no, don't pass. I think I just want to play Revoker now. They can't STB, and you can turn off. Yeah, I revoke now because otherwise, if I revoke next turn, then I get stalled for a turn. Yeah. So next turn we get to like put in GTA and equip it to Thalia and attack. And if they trade Thalias, then we get 2 counters on it, and then we get rid of one of our 3 Thalias. We might just win this yet. You can always turn their plows back on, but it'll be too late for that, because then I'll have a GTA trigger by the time that happens, and I can just kill them all. They don't have a Vial I need to play around. Feeling okay here. Stoneforge. Stoneforge is going to be a little too slow, I think. Yeah. Chucking Prelate might just be a little bit too slow, because then I get the GTA triggers already. They grab a GTA. What is your favorite non-magic entertainment? Just like in general, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a good TV show I've watched recently. First Firefly. What are you talking about, Chila? Firefly was like a million years ago. Good TV shows I've watched recently. We're watching Castle Rock right now, me and my girlfriend, which has been pretty interesting. I'm a big fan of Bill Skarsgård as an actor. If any of you saw It, it's a real good movie. They can, like, not cancel. I mean, you're not wrong. Yep, they trade Thalias, which is fine. We have, like, infinity Thalias. Then we just equip a Stoneforge next turn. We like double equip a Stone. I have a literal phobia of clouds. Then never watch It, Kogan. Just never do it. Because if my opponent like plays and equips GTA here, we have 2 counters, so we just kill whatever they equip to. No, because Chalice's been a clown this whole time. Please no. I don't think we would ever hang out if you were a clown, Chalice. Does opponent like deciding if they're super dead or only mostly dead? I don't think my opponent can win here. Or, like, not without a lot of, like, different cards. They need to have a bunch of stuff go right for them to win here. But anyway, yeah, Castle Rock's been neat. I never like read a lot of Stephen King, but watching Stephen King adaptations is really nice because I don't have the patience to slog through 1,000 pages of it. But I do have the patience to sit down and watch a 2-hour movie. What does my opponent have? Quip. Sure. Oh, so now their plan is to like have Plow up? Force me to kill the Prelate here? And then they can like plow my revoke. They can like plow the creature I equip it to, and then they can like try to win the GTA fight. But they can't because I'll have a Thalia to block, so. Alternatively, I could just like trade. No, I can't trade Revoker because then they get GT counters. Yeah, so they forced me to kill the Prelate here. So if they have Plow on my Revoker, I guess I can just cast Thalia to figure that out, right? Alright, they don't. Sweet. Never watched American Horror Story. Something on the list of things that I just like never really got to. Yeah, my opponent. I think we can win now. Man, my multiple Thalia is coming in clutch here. You were a doubter, Chylith. You thought these Thalias were going to be garbage. Thalia traded with Thalia, and then the second one let me play around Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, I think this game's over now. They had a brief moment there where they had a Plow. There was a chance that the game went on, but I think now they're just dead. It's really good. Yeah, I'm not like a big horror fan, but I'll watch horror movies and horror shows if they're enjoyable in other regards. But I'm not gonna like actively. I'm not an active thrill seeker in that regard. I didn't have the. Well, we didn't punt yet. We still have more of a game to go though. What are they gonna target? The GT? So I can just. Alright, so did they play land? Yeah, they played land. So they can't actually, like, kill this Thalia and equip here, so I can always just block this Stoneforge and win, right? Alternatively, I could... Yeah, I could, like, ping Stoneforge and then make the Stoneforge a 0-1 just to play it, like, really, really safe. Just in case. But I can't think of anything that we actually get punished by, because they've already played the land for turn. So they can't play Plow. So there's no way they can equip and still have the mana to get rid of this Thalia having first strike to block them. So I think pinging the Mom plus the Flicker Wisp just has no downside. Trying to think of like a way I get punished. Because I could always just go for the super safe play, but get punished by like Gut Shot. Eh. Good Horde, not about jump scares or startles, but creepy stuff. Yeah, that's definitely. Well, can trail off at the end there a little bit, but yeah, like the dread that you feel, I think, is a lot better than just like, oh, I got jump scared. Jump scares feel cheap when there are too many of them. Yeah, opponent's just dead. So my opponent could have a Plow now, but then we have like I could just equip twice here, equip to 2 different creatures and attack him with both, and leave Thalia back, so my opponent needs like a million different things. Opponent didn't even port me. That means they do have a Plow, right? Oh, they have like a Batter Skull? That doesn't matter. Oh, they just... Okay. Deal. Yeah, then they die. I'm not like horror. Saul's like... Depends on what makes you squeamish in horror, but Saul's like barely a horror movie. It's just very gory. It just makes you very uncomfortable. Sufficient for NDS to disclaim any responsibility for errors of phrasing or example selection. Alright. That's fair, I suppose. Dark view. Yeah, Saw is some like I can't watch Saw just because like the gore makes me like feel bad. Alright, so we board in Relic Order, Council Judgment, pile of this other good stuff. Attempt to test the true this is like the first time we boarded in, I think. No, we boarded against Maverick, we just never drew it. Man, it would have been cool to draw that with like 6 lands against the Bitter Blossom deck. It's less. How are you finding D&T in this meta? It's been pretty brutal for me facing Infect and Grixis control every other round, says the opponent. I remember to cut probably. Yeah, we still need to cut more cards. Just telling the opponent that I've been playing D&T for a million years, and that the deck is sweet, and also that I did really well with the PT. I like the mystery. Yeah, that, like I've always like kind of wanted to watch Saw because of like the puzzles and stuff look really neat, but I've just never been able to like bridge the gap of like the gore and stuff. Makes me uneasy. What am I cutting?
Your mom loves gore, don't you?
Crusader sucks. No, I hate gore. Gore's the worst. Like flagrant amounts of gore is unnecessary.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's basically what Saw is.
Also, do you want some cake?
Maybe later. Hang on, I need to figure out last. I need to only port out one card. Probably don't need like paths aren't great. Cut a land. Oh, that's probably better than cutting a path. Cut this Horizon Canopy because it's bad. Although this match is kind of prone to flooding out, but I also don't want to get wastelanded. Sand is very okay. Gonna keep it. Mostly because I'm lazy. Another, have you seen Christopher? I have not seen Christopher Robin. I might at some point. Haven't yet. I saw so yeah, we have so many needles. This is the true Saw movie. Look at all our needles. Anyway, yeah, we saw Mamma Mia 2 last. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Which was amazing.
Caracas Legend Roller, Caracas, man. Feels bad. It's sad to see it. I cried 4 times. Oh, man. It did look like kind of very nostalgic in a very sad way. Oh, Stoneforge. Oh, you ever broke Grand Needle? Oh, man. Palace Jailer. Time to get him. I guess we revoke GT. Umezawa's GT. Next check. Well, I mean, like, it's not like that's a movie that you would cry during. It was a musical comedy. A second Stoneforge. Good thing we have this second Pithy Needle. Grab, like, sort of War and Peace here, probably. Unless they're not on it. Maybe they just grab Batterskull. We forget to buy. Oh man, that's so sad, Kogan. Oh, they do have the Sword of War and Peace. Bummer. Attack. Dang it. Alright, we're just gonna get him with this Jailer on 4. It's the master plan. So my opponent can, like, play an equipped sword next turn, so I think I just need to needle it. Assuming they hit a land drop, they can. Because I can technically block a Jite with a mom, but I cannot block a sword with a mom. Go back to college on the 15th. Boo. What are you studying in college, Kogan? I relish being out of school. I don't relish being in the workforce, though. Unfortunately, there's no happy middle ground. Next level, play Needle the Stoneforge. That seems loose, to say the least. Port their white source. Get them. Probably just activate Stoneforge in response. Medical pathology. Hardcore, man. Next level, play Needle Mom. Being a student. If I didn't need to worry about anchor. Yeah, I mean, I was never a big fan of, like, I was bad taking tests in college. It's not my cup of tea. I enjoy being able to go home from work and being like, I have nothing, like, I don't need to do more stuff. When I go home from school, it's like, oh, I gotta study, gotta do this homework and stuff. Opponent gonna port me? That'd be kind of sad. I really wanted to slam this Palace Jailer. Rude. Play File, I guess. I don't really want to play a Wisp. My opponent's at 20. I do nothing after work. Oh, it's always exactly. I'm in the same boat. I do nothing after work, and my girlfriend's in grad school. It's so nice to just like not have to do things after you're done with your 9 to 5. Do work. Yeah, exactly. When you're making the big bucks, medicine, engineering stuff. Wow, are you me? Are you me, Lumint? I also have to get up before 7 a.m. for work, and she doesn't. Double Wisp with oh wow, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Aishinine is my girlfriend in chat there, if you guys didn't know. 100 times the stress, but also way more sleep than me. If we can find a 5th land, or they like decide to not port me for a turn, that's fair. It's probably less common than or more common than I think. If we find a 5th land or don't get ported for a turn or something, then we get to just absolutely destroy my opponent's life. Oh, they didn't port me. It makes me kind of confused, actually. But okay. Get bodied by, like, Aven Mind Sensor pretty badly, but I don't think I want to play around that card. I think I'm just gonna slam this Palace Jailer and go to town. They might be just trying to, like, put in an equipment here. I didn't register this Palace Jailer in my deck to not slam it. I actually only put this Palace Jailer in my deck because Alan Wu did. I don't like Palace Jailer that much. And if we get punished by playing this Palace Jailer, I'm going to complain about it for the rest of the stream. Mismatched plans. We're playing snow coverage. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, Steve. I don't like playing snow coverage, even though it's strictly correct. But I'll do it because I'm copying Alan Wu's list. Alright, sure. They ported down my last land. Which means we're not getting Aven Mind Censored and losing. Ooh, interesting. Tapping down my mom. Denied. My mom rejects your attempts to plow her. What if you get Ice Quake? Is that like the stone rain that like makes you lose 2 life if it blows up a snow land? So my opponent can like play equip GT here, but like they have to like kill revoke or play equip GT or something. If I untap, I think this game's pretty much over. You'd like Wisp Palace Jailer, Vials Revoker. Blackstone Rain makes you. Yeah, there we go. If I lose to an Icequake, I deserve it. Also, I just refuse to play Snow Covereds out of spite and out of appreciation for my own basic lands. Yeah, we have Sinkhole in this format. This format doesn't need to stoop that low. So my opponent has Land, Plow, Play Equip Jite. I trade Palace Jailer with it. They get 2 counters, but then they don't have any more creatures, and I still have Monarchy. I don't have anything to do about that. And then I'll have like Revoker for the Jite and 2 Wisps. They still need the other land though. I think 0-2 and 3-2 is better than 3-0 into 3-2. Like that's true. What am I playing tomorrow? Good question, Kogan. I'm not sure. I might play the green-white deck again. Green-white taxes in Modern. Might play Legacy again. Oh, my opponent doesn't have it. They're dead. They're super dead. GG. Did not have the 5th land. Good attempt, but... Ooh, and Path. They're still dead, but... Fetch Snow-Covered. My single Snow-Covered is lonely. Oh, man. I want to Flicker Wisp this Palace Jailer. I don't want to just, like, play equip Sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really wanted to Wisp this. I can Wisp it later. Wait a few weeks when I can afford Spirits and Taxes on MPO. Oh, that'd be nice. I'd definitely take blue-white Spirits and Taxes for a whirl at some point. There's a chance that if I get the card holder partnership, I can just like start borrowing cards and stop spending my own hard-earned ticks on all these bad cards. I just spent like 12 ticks on this Walking Ballista. What is that trash? Stupid standard players. Oh man, opponent is super dead. He's gonna play Legacy, so I don't care about bad luck. I might play Legacy again. I kind of want to play green-white a little bit because my brother wants me to come up to a modern PPTQ. Tell him to come on stream and look at my hand and concede. But anyway, so the meta where my brother is just like so much GBX. So I don't really want to be playing Eldrazi Taxes. Malamuja played a Ballista in his Legacy Premier League. Yeah, but I think Malamuja might have like been teching a little bit because he knew Elves and D&T were in his pod. Well, that's mean. I killed my Palace Jailer, but I don't really care that much. My dreams of Wisping Palace Jailer are over. Wow, they're voting for the sword? Alright. I too will vote for the sword. Goodbye. Where am I going? Bloomington, Illinois is where I would be going. You didn't know what pod he was in? Oh, maybe not. I don't know exactly how the list worked, or the Premier League worked. But maybe he thinks it was good. I don't think it's that great. Although I've literally cast it 0 times, so. I just don't think it does enough, unless you're expecting a lot of the mirror. Yeah, corn country. I think I'm just gonna cast a Batter Skull. My opponent is so far from dead. Or so far from winning this game. I don't know why I keep leaving up Croc instead of basic land. It doesn't really matter, but... It's 100% teching. It's Phil Nails player were existing. You want to tech against... I mean, there are a lot of players you could have, like, tried to tech against, though, right? Yeah. That was a sad day. The field did not line up very well for Death and Taxes as well. The mirror elves and land still. And that Landstill deck was teched out to beat up Death and Taxes. They're like, what, 3, 4 Supreme Verdicts or something? I think my opponent is very, 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 very dead. Do I go to GP events? Not. I don't like traveling that much. I'll go to them if they're like within a couple hours. I'll go to SCGs or GPs. But I usually like to go like 1, maybe 2 like big trips. I'm going to Eternal Weekend in November. I'm pretty sure. Wow, look at my file. That's mean. Flicker my Palace Jailer. Eat your Flicker Wisp. Jailer comes back. Eat this Wisp. Is my opponent gonna die yet? Yeah, my opponent says GG's in chat. And then it has conceded. Oh, thank God. I was trying to go into a game 3 because the mirror takes forever. All right, so we did it. We scraped our way into the 3-2 from the 0-2 start. Next level. I can't eat my own wait, can Palace Jailer eat your own thing? Exile target creature and opponent control. Nope, cannot. Open the chest. Dang it, guys! Don't make me open chests. Opening chests is never good. I actually have 2 chests. I forget where I got the first one. Because I sold a bunch of chests. I think I must have. I 3-2'd on Wednesday, probably. That's how I got it. Because then I didn't stream on Friday. Yeah, Palace Jailer can't target your own stuff. You can't use it as an insurance policy in case you lose the Monarchy. That'd be sick, though. Palace Jailer your own Wisp, so that if they take the Monarchy, you can get the Wisp back, and then Wisp your Palace Jailer to get the Monarchy back again. Chest could be anything, though. Yeah, I don't think it can actually be more chests, Charlotte. I don't think that's how that works. We're not opening. Get out of here, chat. I'm done. The stream is over. We're canceling. I'm not actually canceling the stream. The stream is just actually over. We played our league. Anyway, we're going to find someone to host, and I'm going to give my end of stream spiel here. That'd be sick. It'd probably just be like kind of confusing and not thematically appropriate to how Palace Jailer works. Like, jail your own guy until you lose the Monarchy, then your guy gets out of jail. It doesn't really make any sense. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you again, Phil, for the host. Hope you guys all enjoyed the Death and Taxes content. If you want to see more stuff, you want to see more Death and Taxes, basically all we play here, Modern and Legacy. So if you want to see more, you can hit that follow button. It costs you nothing and helps me get closer to our 200 follower threshold. Hang on, let's check on that before I kill the stream. How close are we? I think we got like 4 or 5 followers. We're at 197 followers. We're 3 off. And when we get to 200, I get to apply for cardholder partnership. So hopefully I can get to borrow cards from cardholder, and that'd be awesome. We could play even more nonsense on this stream. Anyway, other ways you can support the channel, you can subscribe or donate. Subscriptions get you the sweet Thalia emote, hangs out in the chat box, or hangs out in the sideboard and stuff. Thank you, Kelvinator, for the follow. I appreciate it. 198. 2 more. 2 more, guys. I'll steal some friends' emails. Thanks, Kogan. Anyway, other than that, you can also subscribe on YouTube or follow me on I almost said Twitch, Twitter. I always upload my streams after they end, so if you miss a stream or you want to see more Death and Taxes content in general, you can find my YouTube down below. Twitter, I post when I'm going live and stuff, so if you ever want to know the specifics of my schedule, if I'm doing things off of my normal schedule, then we can then you can see on there or in the Death and Taxes Discord. That's usually where I post these things. Anyway, now we can finally host someone who is streaming Legacy. Death and Taxes PT winning list. Oh wow, Squaw Chief took my idea. And by took my idea, I mean it's a very common idea that a lot of people probably had. Anyway, we're gonna host Squaw Chief. I don't think I've ever heard of them, but they're playing they're literally playing the same 75 that I just did, doing probably the same thing. So anyway, we're gonna go host them. So have fun, watch some more Death and Taxes content, check it out, and have a good night, morning, wherever you are. And we'll see you all later. One more follow from Jober. Thank you. We're at 199. And I'm gonna go host this guy before we hit 200. But whoever you are, 200th follower out there that we might hit before our next stream tomorrow. Thank you. And I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.